So we are done with chapter 4, which is how does the brand communication works. No, we have discussed yung sa AIDA, um, yung SCMR, SMCR model, even yung no, yung um, tawag dito, yung AIDA and facets model. No, now let's proceed with the chapter 5, which is the segmenting and targeting the audience. So it's really important for us to understand who are our target audience, how should or how could we reach our audience and target them, especially sa ang trabaho talaga sa pag-advertise is to deliver the message of your advertisement or your product to the target audience. Sino ba itong mga target audience? So these are the consumers that target consumers who will be the one to consume the product that you're selling, or there are target and non-targets sa market. However, it's really important for you to reach them, whether hindi man sila yung main target mo, but still you should reach them, maybe because they can be a tool for you, no, for you, or you and your agency or your company, for the product that you're selling na magkaroon ng buzz or word of mouth, or possible that in the future that person might be possible user or consumer of the product that you're selling. So in this chapter we will discuss how advertisers identify and classify consumers to create effective marketing strategies. So understanding consumer decision making. So you in decision making, you must understand how the consumers behave. No, it's really important. Even in my thesis, no, it's really important for you. How does the consumer or customers do their purchase? So before they do their purchase, they undergo this process. No, so how do consumers make one decision? So it suggested that most people follow this decision process with fairly predictable steps. This is according to Kotler and Keller, no? Yung five purchase decision. So in some, there will be low involvement and high involvement. The only difference between the two is that in the high involvement there is an information search. So first is that there is a need recognition. So why is it first? The customer or the consumers first need to know what is their needs, and sometimes their wants. No, the goal of brand communication at this stage is to activate to stimulate, to make the consumers um, to stir up, stimulate them, that there will be yung parang ina-awake mo yung need nila, that they will think that they need this product. Then the next one is information search. So before a consumer will buy, even if it's a need, no, they will try to search information about the product that they're going to buy, or that the product that you are selling or making an advertisement. So marketing communication messages help the search process by providing information that is easy to find and remember. No, it's really important for you to give information that the customers can easily search and easily understand, especially for non-technical consumers. No, yung for example, hindi naman sila ganyan ka techy, or hindi naman sila ganyan ka invested sa product, still they need the product. It's not really important for you to to be invested more sa pagbigay ng mga factual, but instead give something that makes that satisfy the need of the consumer for the information of the product. Next is evaluation of alternatives. Before the consumers will try to buy the product that you're selling, they will try to look for alternatives. They will try to look for another seller or another similar product line. No, instead of buying immediately, they will try to look for alternatives. So next is if they accomplish this I in my study, in my thesis, even in NARSHA, according to NARSHA, you can consider this three: need recognition, information search, and alternative evaluation of alternatives. This is under the pre-purchase stages, no? There are three stages though: pre-purchase, purchase, and post-purchase. So in the pre-purchase, kaya nga pre, before you buy the product. And when you come up to the decision na you will make the buying a product, this is what we call purchase decision stage. So there is the actual buying of product. In-store promotions such as packaging, point of purchase display, price reduction, banners and signs, and coupons display affect help with this purchase decision. So in this time, especially ito kasi typical na to na sa in stores. So kailangan meron ka talagang um, something na nakalagay doon to advertise, to give more emphasis sa product na yun, and to attract the customer to buy the product that you're selling. Then after that, there will be what we call post purchase, the after. No, there is always an after effect of after effect when you buy a product. So guarantees, warranties, no, and they easy return. So for example, if the customer doesn't want or that is not satisfied with the product, there should be an option for them to return the product. 'Di ba may mga ganyan na warranties? Remember yung sa mga home shopping, if you're not if there is a guarantee of return products, 100% return fee after before 30 days, no? No, may mga 30 days kan 1 month daw pre sample. When you use the product, there is a warranty of 1 month, then you can return it. They will return the full price. So that is that is just one way of post purchase. So to give you an example for this is that when I um one of my phone um got a dip, no, dips was deep on the what we call tub of water, na hulog sa tub, ngayon nasira, then I need to buy a phone. So before I buy the phone, there is this need recognition. No, na, I recognize that there is a need for me to buy a new phone. So I need to know first what are the brands of mobile phones do should I try to search, no? So there is a need recognition. So doon nakikita ko sa mga ads that there is this certain mga brands of mobile phones. Then after I saw these mga brands, I will try to search information about the product they're selling, no? The price, I will try to look for the specification of the product, the warranty, even um, the reviews of the customers. If this product, if this mobile phone that I'm looking at is good at reviews from the previous buyers or users. So next is I evaluate. If I'm not satisfied with this one certain brand, so um, I will try to look for another. So sa information search pa lang, ikaw na company, you need to give. the information that would suffice the need, no, of the consumers. You should give the information what is really needed by the consumers, yung di na siya maghahanap na iba. So evaluation of our alternatives, siyempre gagawin naman talaga ng customer, mag-evaluate siya. He or she will find alternatives of the product that you're selling. So on the basis of tangible and intangible features. So yun. Next is purchase decision nga. After I come up with the idea that I am decided that I have decided rather that I'm going to buy this certain brand, then I make the purchase. So when I made the purchase, there are promotions, no, packaging, may mga meron pang mga tinatawag na yung ano tawag dito, freebies, no? Kapag bumili ka nito, merong ganitong kuan, ganyan, ganyan. So, yun, price reduction. So, originally, when I buy my phone, the original price was almost 20,000, mga 17,000 the original price. But when I bought my phone, I buy the phone with the price that is certainly at the lowest price as possible. Because when I bought my phone, it was around 7,000, which is more than the half of the product's price. So, yun, di ba? So, next is post-purchase. After that, I can even post mga reviews when I receive the phone. If after ng ilang days, I can have this review. If I am satisfied with the phone, what are the defects or what are the observation that I have for this certain phone. So, it's really important for marketing communicators or agency to communicate well with the consumers. Next is consumer follow different paths to brand decision. Number one is traditional process. The need recognition, information search, evaluation, purchase, then post-purchase. But there are some goes with emotional and impulse driven choices. So dito yung sa impulse naman is they are driven yung parang biglaan. Di na nila na-realize that they need the product. Di na nila na-realize na they should look for another alternatives, but they immediately um, conduct a purchase or do the purchase. So similar to that is when you went to stores or go to stores, um, and you see some products that is not included in the list, you just grab it, then you pay for it. That is just another way of impulse buying. So next is out of emotion. Pwede kasi effective siya. Na-affect ka through your emotions or through how you perceive the product. Next is loyalty based, no? There are certain people that do not look for another alternatives because they are loyal to the product that they're going to buy. Meron mga customers na ganyan because they have tested the product that is good naman talaga. So that's why they buy the product that is that would that is based on the brand that they are following. Next is habitual buying. May mga tao na regular basis na paulit-ulit ka. Yung tulad ng example ko, yung dati medyo addicted pa ako with the energy drink and the cola products. So, everyday bumibili talaga ako almost 1.5 liters ang inubos ko, one or more sometimes. So, nagiging habit na siya, out of habit because I buy it almost every day. So, yun nga, sabi natin kanina. So, think, feel, do, yun po. Then, learning interest, learning understanding, needs, wants, impulse, habit. So, you can just read it. So, what influences the consumer's decision? Consumer behavior describes how individuals or groups select, purchase, and use products as well as the needs and wants that motivates these behaviors. As we proceed through this chapter, we keep asking yourself questions about your own consumer behavior and what your friends and families. Um, 'Di ba meron tayong own preferences, meron tayong own loyalty, meron tayong own mga um, preference product, preference price for the certain product, ganun. So, psychological influence, meron, 'di ba? Psychologically, there is an influence that ang product sa iyo. 'Di ba? Sabi pa nga natin, comparison between the phone that is from the Apple or the iPhone, and there are some low class phone like um, low class but can definitely um, compete with the market like ano siguro Oppo, yan. So psychological factor or psychological influence, those branded items will certainly get higher expectation na magbili because of the reputation. Next is yun nga, needs and one selective perception, satisfaction, motivation, attitudes and values, personality, and psychographics. And sa behavioral influence naman, di ba, quantity usage, brand relationship, and even the innovation. So, sa consumer decision making, meron pang rin dito na social culture influence. Ang culture talaga, isa sa mga one of the ano talaga to, nakaka-affect talaga sa decision making ng mga consumers. Why? Because as we all heard naman po, no, na culture talaga sets impact or sets parang standards sa mga consumers. Social class, preferences group, 'di ba? Meron talaga even family. Kung ano yung gusto ng family, yun ang pina-follow. I remember some of the parang some of the schools in USA, if their father has gone to this school, certain school, and both mother and father, it's really expected for the child that they bear will go to the same university as they did, no? Demographics. Next is market segments. So nakita natin yung tatlo, itong psychological influence, behavior influence, and even the social cultural influence. um, ang arrow nila is pointed towards consumer decision making, while the arrow towards outwards the consumer decision making is the market segments and the target audience. It's really important talaga na ma-identify talaga ng advertisers sino ba itong mga consumers na to. So they need to understand that so that they can offer a nicer or way favorable for both of the parties sa about the consumers. So, yun nga, cultural influence is made up tangible items like literature, art, buildings, furniture, clothing, and music, and intangible concept like history, knowledge, laws, morals, and so on and so forth that together define a group of people or a way of life. So, cultural values are learned and passed on from one generation to the next. There's norm and values. So the boundaries between each culture established for the proper behavior are norms. So the proper behavior is the norm, which are simple rules we learn through social interaction that specify or prohibit certain behaviors. So the source of norms is the cultural values. So ang base ng norm is on the consumer's values rather, which represent our underlying beliefs and symptoms. So values are few in number and hard to change. Advertisers strive to understand that the underlying core values that govern people, attitudes, and guide their behavior. Here are some 10, yun nga, sense of belonging, excitement, fun, enjoyment, warm relationship, and so on and so forth. Basahin nyo na lang po ang nakasulat. Next is cultural factors. International and global marketing programs also have considered multicultural differences that might derail the communication. Hindi po pare-pareho ang ang culture natin, even the nearest na sa insect kingdom, may mga changes and hinanakits ang red na ants compared to black ants. So ganyan, you need to consider, no? So corporate culture naman, the concept of culture applies to B2B marketing as well as business to consumer marketing. So corporate culture is a term to describe how companies operate. Next is social influence. So in addition to culture in which you were raised, you also have product of your social environment, which determines your social class or group. Reference groups, family, and friends are also important influences on opinions and consumer behavior that reflects many of your habits and biases. So, meron tayong tatawag social class is the position of your family occupy within the society. Meron mga taong social class na sa middle class yan sila halos. Next is reference group. Is a group of people you used to model for behaviors. 'Di ba meron kang references. So, even nga 'di ba, example lang dito is when you apply for a job in a certain job, then 'di ba dadaan ka kapag may references ka. So that they can understand, no? So, teachers, religious leaders, as well as members of political parties, example, so on and so forth. So, groups of people devoted to particular brand are called brand communities. Because they are not just individual, they are now community. So, for consumer reference group have three functions: provide information, serve as a mean personal comparison, and offer guidance. So, let's go with the family. No, as ads that a picture typically use users in fun or pleasant surroundings are using reference strategy. For example, is that the family is the most important reference group for many people because of its formative role and the intensity of its relationship. Feeling a family and household according to U.S. Census definition, family consists of two or more who are related by blood. So, related by blood po. Um, Marriage or adoption and live in the same household. So, household, yun po yung differs from family. It is consists of po those who occupy the dwelling. So, wala naman sinabi na dapat blood related talaga before ka ma-consider. So, psychological influences naman is personal characteristics are also affect how you respond to brand as an individual in terms of both needs and wants. So needs and wants, sabi natin yung kanina that sa chapter 4, so there's the difference between the two. Yung isa kailangan, yung isa gusto. So as we can see here, if you're as as far as I could remember, you are already familiar with this um, what we call this hierarchy of needs by Adam ng mga Abraham Maslow. Abraham Maslow. So first is physiological needs or the basic needs. Safety needs naman sa safety and security. Next is love and belongingness. Ego or self, ano yun? Ego or self acquisition, kalimutan ko yun. Basta ego needs. Next is self actualization. So related to the needs and wants are satisfaction and dissonance. So satisfaction, a feeling of satisfaction is only one possible response to a brand message or experience. From the word itself, yung satisfaction, no? The model is being ano tawag dito, satisfied. More troublesome and is dissatisfied or doubt. People can pay attention to a commercial, then buy a product and be disappointed. One of the reasons is that advertising sometimes raises consumers' expectation too high. Yun, may mga puffery na sobrang-sobra na bibit ang expectation ng mga consumers. Next is dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is cognitive dissonance is refers to a conflict between two thoughts. There's a conflict between two thoughts. You need a car but you don't have the money. Yon, example nun. Gusto mo bumili pero wala kang pambili. So this that creates a state of tension. Marketers must address the negative side and it auto marketing. So they do that by offering a no interest or low interest plans. So makita natin yan sa mga mall. Motivation naman, a motive is an internal phase like the desire to look good and that stimulates you to behave in a particular manner. Diba? Kapag motivated ka, you ought to do good, what is good in the market. This driving force is produced by tension caused by an unfilled or want or needs. So, market segmenting, alam naman natin to, into groups of people similar characteristic. Kung babae, babae, matanda, matanda, bata, kay bata. So, ganyan, kailangan mo identify. Another way to refer markets either as those who stop for a for a for a shop for rather for shop for and purchase the product who actually use the product, no, there are purchaser or customers, there are also users of the product, and there's also the influencer, people who make the buyer make a brand choice. So, di ba, sino-sino mga tao basta they work with the government to file yung defeat ng grupo na naubos, no? Naubos na-influence pala, grupong nag-influence, no, ng sa kuan nila sa mga tao surrounded by the people, no? So marketers divide consumers into groups, shared characteristic, yun, sa lalaki, babae sa babae, mahilig sa kumain ng kanin, kumakain ng kanin, demographics, life stage, geographic, alam natin yan. Next is targeting profile audience, no? So once they are I identified, targeting involvements involves selecting the best group on focus, creating audiences. So you need to profile them. So nakita natin dito, di ba, the gender, age, then geography, then income, yan, nandyan, oh. Sorry. So this practice is that has emerged political campaigning is called micro targeting. So mina-micro mo siya. Next, let's proceed. Brand may target o pwede rin tong sa tinatawag nating tech savvy individuals who yung tinatawag nating ano tawag dito, this is what we call innovation, diffusion of innovation. So this is the innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. So as we can see here, di ba? So there's the difference, no, from early from innovators down to towards laggards. So siguro na familiar kayo niyan. So nakita natin, 'di ba? So kapag kayo nagbebenta ng mobile phones, you need to identify, you need to understand that in early innovators or sila yung mga first testers ng product. Then syempre meron ng mga nag-adapt. Then later on, the early majority will try to go with the what is trend, what is buzz, based on the buzz. Then the late majority, some will just join later on, though late sila, pero still they consider themselves, no, na yung kuan na member of the society. Then meron rin mga laggards na parang bahala late na, okay lang, sige lang. Kasi kailangan ko naman or gusto ko naman sumama sa what is that trend. So mainstream consumers, they buy book on the market. Niche group naman is specialized audiences with distinct preferences. So the role of digital interactive marketing, the traditional model or one-way brand communication has shifted to two-way interaction. Yung sinabi natin sa chapter 4. There is this interaction between two, um, chapter 4 ba? Di ko na matandaan. Basta, there is a communication between two parties, no? As you communicate the product, you will wait for the response of or feedback of the product user. So where consumer actively engage with brands, word of mouth, peer review, and even online communities now influence purchasing behavior. Especially, no, um, peer review and online communities really give credibility, no, affect the credibility of the product that you're selling. So now influence purchasing behavior, making personalized and targeted marketing are more important than ever. Now let's go with chapter 6, strategic research. So hindi na ako dito mag-stick more because this is just parang highlight lang, no? So in this chapter discusses the importance of research in advertising and marketing communication. Research help advertisers understand consumers' behavior, market trends, and media effectiveness. So type of research in advertising. So there are market research, consumer research, brand research, media research, message development, and diagnostics research, and even evaluation research. So hindi ko na yung basahin nyo na lang kasi meron talagang kuan dyan. Meron naman dyan yung meaning niya. So primary and secondary research. So primary research, original data collected through surveys, interviews, focus groups. While secondary, these are information gathered from the reports, articles, and databases. Even yung mga journals, pwede siyang gamitin. Yung secondary na information. So there is familiar naman siguro tayo sa typical na research, there is quantitative and qualitative, no, research. So qualitative focus on insights, emotion, and attitudes, while quantitative uses statistical data and numbers. So challenges in advertising research. So sampling issues. Yan talaga. Ensuring research participant represents the broader market. Yung hindi ka magiging bias. Then also cultural sensitivity. Ito is really an issue regarding ethics. Ensuring message are not misinterpreted across different cultures. So, ethical dapat ang pagkandak mo ng research and data overload, managing the vast amount of data available through digital platform. Focus on the role of research in advertising. Research plays a fundamental role in advertising and brand communication by providing valuable insights and for creating effective marketing strategies. So strategic planning. So strategic planning, according to this information, meaning or definition rather, strategic planning is a critical step in advertising, ensuring campaigns align with business objectives and effectively reach the target audience. So, strategic planning from the word is strategy and planning. So, you need to strategize and plan to achieve the goal on how you reach the customers and communicate the product that you wanted to communicate to them. So what is strategic planning? Strategic planning involves identifying a problem that can be solved with communication, setting clear objectives, determining strategies, and implementing tactics. So level of planning. So number one is corporate strategy, because you are in a corporate. So you need to first is defines all active direction of a business. So ano ba yung direction ng business nyo? Saan ba pupunta yung business nyo? Or ano ba yung mission and vision ng business nyo? So yun, you need to strategize with that. Marketing strategy naman, focus on market positioning and competitive advantage in your product. Ano ba yung advantage nito? Ano ba yung disadvantage nito? Ano ba yung kung dito mo i-position yung product mo, will it be ganyan siya ka benta or ganyan siya ka marketable? Yun. You need to strategize with that. Next is brand communication. How will you advertise the product? Alliance marketing and advertising efforts to reinforce brand identity. Hindi porket you already create what we call this advertisement, makukuha na kagad ang attention ng consumers. No, hindi mo kagad makukuha ang consumers attention. You need to communicate it well. You need to create a more attractive communication na insights para madali mo communicate yung product, 'di ba? Even sa pag-create ng posters, hindi ka basta-basta maglagay na lang ng mga information porket sa palagay mo kailangan talaga. Kahit minimal lang ang lagay mo, basta nandoon yung mga important message like ano yung for example yung brochure, ano ba yung kurso, asan ba to makikita, ano ba yung kanito. So doon pa lang mako-communicate na yung product or yung anong gusto mo i-advertise. So the role of account planning planners bridge gap between consumers and advertisers by conducting research to uncover insights that shapes creative messaging. So emphasize strategic planning for effective brand communication. Strategic planning is essential for developing successful advertising rather campaigns that resonate with consumers and support brand goals. So now let's go to the final, and that is creative side. So in this chapter explores the creative process in advertising and the key elements that make campaigns engaging and effective is here. So why do we need to talk about the creative side? So it's really important that as a marketer, you need to communicate or create yung art, no, the creative side ng isang artist to communicate the product to the consumers, di ba? Sometimes nga sinasabi nila colors can also give importance or impact to the story or the what message do you want to convey to your consumers or your target audience. For example, kapag ito based sa personal kuhan ko lang and also some research. Kapag orange daw yung place or pula, nakaka-attract ito ng gutom. Kaya karamihan sa mga tindahan na food chain may pagkapula. Then kapag color naman is blue, sky blue, medyo may pagka dark blue rin or royal blue and even green, ginagamit ito sa mga pang-relax because they have this calming effect. So creative strategy and creative execution. Creative strategy defines what the ad should communicate. Strategy mo, ano ba yung kailangan i-communicate mo? You need to strategize. Hindi ka gagawa ng advertisement na parang wala lang nung hindi mo nagigets ano yung gusto mo iparating sa customer. So, jump pa lang, alam mo na dapat ano ba yung gusto mong i-convey. Ano ba yung gusto mo iparating. Hindi yung parang gagawa ka lang ng isang advertisement na for the sake na gumawa ka. So, creative execution naman is determines how the message is presented visually and verbally. No? Sometimes kasi ang consumers, hindi na yan sila nagbabasa ng mga facts. Sometimes, based on lang sa, di ba, sa brochures or mga flyers, kung nakita lang ito ng kung hindi masyadong wordy, pero nandun yung impact nandun na yung nabasa na niya yung mga anong information ito, then you can easily apply it, no? Para mas ma-execute ng well and makita ng consumers or customers that um, ano yung product mo, 'di ba? Nakaka-attract siya kapag visually and verbally na nako-communicate yung product sa consumers. So message strategies, for example, in advertising, hard sell, rational appeal. So uses facts, logic, and strong arguments to persuade consumers. 'Di ba? Meron talagang may mga nagko-convey ng mga ganito information, mga facts, logic. Meron ng mga soft sell naman, emotional appeal. 'Di ba? Emotion, feelings, and experience. Like yung sa story ng Jollibee, ng McDo, 'di ba? Ina Kinukuha nila sa appeal. And next is the big idea. Central concepts that ties the campaign together make it unique. So, yun, ties the campaign together. So, characters of creative thinking is independent and open-minded. Dapat hindi ka magiging close-minded. Kung ano tingin mo yung possible na pwede mong improve, kailangan mo i-improve. Curious and risk-taking, yon, especially sa paggamit ng mga colors and mga kung ano yung makakaapekto, mga palettes, color palettes is really important because kapag mali yung color or hindi siya attractive, or for example masyadong dark yung ads mo, parang iba yung kino-convey nito sa consumers. Problem solved with strong visualization skills, it's really important. Managing creative strategies, extensibility, can the idea be adapted across different platforms? Kaya ba? Pwede ba? Ma-extend mo ba? Hindi. Oo. So, So, adaptability, can the campaign work globally or in different cultural contexts? Kaya niya bang mag-adapt? If yes, okay. If no, bakit? So, that's really important. It's not just one size fit all, but understanding kung ano yung product mo and paano mo ba ito mako-communicate. Evaluation testing whether the creative idea effectively communicates the intended message. So, yun, you need to evaluate naman talaga para understand mo that the way you interact or the way you advertise the product to the consumers na na-receive talaga nila. So, highlights the creative process and strategies for impactful advertising. Creativity is at the heart of successful advertising. It combines high insight, strategies, and execution to produce engaging and persuasive campaigns. So, that would be all for chapter 6, 7, and 8. Thank you for listening, guys.